Hi guys, it's Amy. Welcome to Strength Reversed. I thought I'd do a quick walkthrough of a deck with you. I talked about this deck. I know I've shown it before, and I talked about it on my VR when I did the main decks and mood decks. And a lot of people commented on it. I know I've shown it before, but I will show it again. And it is the Tarot of the Wyrd. Now, this is a deck that I use a lot. It's one of my favorite decks, and I use it a lot for past life stuff, but sometimes I just feel like picking it up. I don't use it exclusively for that. And I am burning, Allison from Tech Coven sent me a couple of the candles she makes. You can get them on her website. Is this one water? She makes one for every element, but this one is lavender and sage, and it smells so yummy, so I thought I would burn it. Now, I first got this deck probably 7 or 8 years ago, and that's right around the time it came out. And I bought it, I want to say I bought it directly from the artists, Celeste, I think is how you say their name. Um, you know, I don't really remember a lot of deck purchases specifically, but I probably looked on the Aeclectic website and looked up something about Victorian decks. And so this is how I'm guessing how I came across this one. I'll read the back to you. It says, I invite you to take a walk into the world of teacups and Gothic Victorianna, a world of magic inspired by an era of eccentricity and regal splendor. Each card tells a story, and every image has its own personality within that story. The question is, do you follow? The choice is yours. And I really, really like this deck. I kind of click with this. And anyway, I will walk you through it. It just comes in this tuck box, and the card stock is not, I mean, you can see there's a little bit of chipping on the edges of the deck, which I don't mind too much, but I know some people, don't like that. So the cardstock is, if you're a cardstock snob, you might not love it, but I, haven't had a problem. Now, it doesn't have a little white book. It had a little white pamphlet, and she repeats what is on the box with a little more information, and gives just a basic, intro to the suits. And then she just has, or the artist has, generic keywords. But the artist does write that you should really sit with the cards and form your own meaning and develop a relationship with the cards. So I don't tend to read, of course I wish it had the nice chunky guidebook that talks about why the artist chose this or that or the other. So the backs of the cards look like this. They are reversible. It has this kind of Victorian, it looks like, a Victorian style rug, and this brick and this person, a Victorian lady. I never really noticed the lady too much. It's just kind of a big blob of colors and shapes, but, it's not my favorite back in the world, but I certainly like it, and I just think it goes with the deck. So let me go through each card here. Oops. I flipped these around, and I'll zoom in a little. So the first card is the Fool, and it is initiation. I like the dog, and I like the idea of a little kid. And we have this, cliff diver. The magician is called the High Priest. Some of the pictures are a little dark, just dark in color, not dark in theme. But, you have to have good lighting to really look at it. I love this card, the High Priestess with the eye. The Empress and Emperor are called the Mother and Father. Now, this deck has a little twist. there is no Hierophant, which, bye, good riddance. Sorry, no, I'm kidding. But you don't have that whole, guy that looks like a priest issue that comes up. So we have the Hermit as number 5, which I'm down with. I really like that Chariot card. Strength is 8 and Justice is 11. And card number 9 is the Shaman, which I just love. I love the spinning wheel here for the Wheel of Fortune. This is almost like an Ebenezer Scrooge kind of thing, but I love this Death card with the black dress and the glowing eyes. So cool. Temperance, this just reminds me of, a teetotaler, very prim and proper. This Devil card is a really nice devil, very attractive, but sort of Jack the Rippery. For some reason, this tower reminds me of the University of Texas at Austin. The star. It's so pretty in the color. And this whimsical moon. Now, the borders, I am not someone who's picky about borders. I don't mind the borders. I know some people probably would mind, and it would be a little bit awkward to trim these. I would never trim this deck, but... And the World. I love the colors of this deck. Some of the cards, like I said, are a little dark and hard to see, like the Death card and the Devil, but I think that's part of their charm. Now, the suits in this deck are a little bit different. We have wands, and those usually have umbrellas. Cutlery for swords. Cups, which are teacups, and then watches. I've talked about this on other videos. I love watches as pentacles because it's just very of this world, of the material. Time is just that kind of energy. Now, you will notice, can you guess what I'm going to say? Yes, there are keywords, and I think I'm planning a video on everything that's wrong with keywords. I just don't like that, but I love the picture so much on this deck. I love the imagery that I can really look past the keywords in this deck. So what I'm going to do is go through each suit, each number, and I'll just put all 4 suits. So we have 2 of Wands, swords, cups, and watches. See, 4 of Pentacles, I would never really guess competence, or foundation. I'm sorry, the 3. I'm sorry, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, that makes sense, competence. Why did I think we were on 4? And, Discord, but keywords are so limited. I don't like that. So here's the 4. So that would be materialism, but that, you know, doesn't necessarily ring true for me. Here's the 5s. Six. See, 6 of Pentacles as selflessness. Yes. But again, so limiting. And I think that Victorian nurses, like old-fashioned nurses, are so creepy to me. We have 7s. I love this guy with his 7 of, you know, umbrellas. This 8 of Wands is so Mary Poppins. It is one of my favorite cards. There's the 9. Ten. This one's pretty intense. Is he smiling? I don't know. Here are the pages. This cracks me up with the big fork. Knights. I mean, husbandry. What is that? Queens. Love that Queen of Wands. This Queen of Swords is one of my favorite queens in any deck. I love Victorian clothes and shoes. And then here are the kings. So I love this deck. I love to just look through the pictures. This is one of my favorite decks to just browse through and play with. And I think the artwork is beautiful and it really speaks to me. So I hope you liked it, and let me know what you think. And I will look forward to seeing you later. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bye, guys.